shoop, shoop, ba-doop, shoop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Hey folks, I'm Matt from Fidel Gastro and welcome back to the channel. The other day, I was chatting with a friend and we were back and forth. 92% of our conversation was just emojis. It was symbols like this. And I was like, don't people use words anymore? And then it's like, no, we don't at all. But gave me an idea, segue that into a new YouTube series for the channel called Emoji Burger. Yes, emojis that inspire a burger recipe. So I asked you awesome people on Facebook and Instagram to send me 3 emojis, any 3 emojis. And my favorite combination for the week would end up as a burger. So congratulations, yes, Angela Ash, you win a burger recipe inspired by you. Let's start cooking our Tom Yum Shrimp Burger starting now. I've blanched my shrimp, pre-cooked. Make sure it's deveined, AKA the poop is out, and make sure your shells are off. I'm also gonna add the shrimp to the blender / food processor first because I want to give it a few pulses before I start to add my other ingredients. So I've got the shrimp blitzed up. Now we can start to add some of our other ingredients. Adding a little green onion. I'm using the white part that's closest to the root. That's where a lot of that intense oniony flavor is. Keep the green, we're using it in part 2 of this burger. A little fresh ginger, a little fresh garlic. So this part is up to you. You can omit some chilies. I'm going to add some chilies, but not too many. A little fresh cilantro, a bit of sesame oil, and for some acidity, some fresh lime juice. Again, we pulse. The egg is our binder. The flour helps absorb that moisture from the egg. And the salt is to taste. All right, so texture testing time. I want to see exactly how this shrimp goodness looks. Is it too soggy? Is it too loose? You can still see all the ingredients there, which I'm really happy about, but it's staying together on the spoon. I'm gonna form these into some patties, place it on a sheet, get it in the freezer, not to freeze them, but just to firm them up a little bit more. So we're literally just gonna form it into some patties. Obviously, the patty should be relative to the size of your bun. It's really important that your shrimp is cold. So if you are gonna pre-blanch it, make sure you've either refrigerated it or you've done it the night before. That way it's not still warm. The shrimp patties are now formed. I'm gonna put it in the freezer, like I said, for about 10 minutes, for no other reason, just to firm them up a bit before we fry them. All right, so shrimp patties in the freezer, firming up. Now I'm gonna make the other part of the burger that really brings home that tom yum soup concept. So I have a nice hot pan. I'll put a little bit of oil in it. A little oil in the pan. Little mushrooms. There they are. Got some tomatoes. I've already cut them in half. That means more liquid will release from the tomato faster. A little bit of beef stock, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out too quickly. Green onion action. So I'm gonna continue to let this cook. I want those mushrooms to kind of shrink a bit. I want the tomatoes to start to release a lot of that beautiful moisture inside, so it creates a bit of a sauce, a bit of a stock. The mushrooms are really starting to absorb all that flavor from the stock and the green onion that we added. So we can now add our paste. Now that I've added the paste, I'm gonna turn the temp down. I don't wanna burn the base here. This is super important. So we can turn it down, grab those limes, and let's add some acidity. I'm gonna move that off to the side. I'm gonna grab our shrimp patties from the freezer, fry them up. We're gonna build a burger and have a blast doing it. Okay, so the shrimp patties, they're here, they're firm, they're cold. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more white flour on top, so that way when they hit the oil, they get really nice and crispy. One key thing, and I can't stress this enough, resist the urge to constantly touch the patties. That will be the demise of you. You really only need to flip this once. Put it in, you let it cook halfway, give it a flip, let it cook, and she can eat. Got a beautiful golden brown color coming off that shrimp, which is exactly what we want. We don't want it to be too dark, we don't want it to be too light. Alrighty, so the patties are gonna come off. Like I said, beautifully. While it's resting on the plate, give it a quick little salting. And then you also just wanna grab a little bit more fresh lime, come over top of that with the lime. And then the last component, really, that brings it all together, just something to cool it down a bit. So we have a little bit of mayo, some freshly chopped cilantro. I'm just gonna mix that up. It's gonna go on the base of every bun. And then I'm gonna throw some bean sprouts in there as well, just to give it a little extra freshness and crunch. Take our tops off our bottoms. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna put down 1 shrimp patty per bun. Like so. Look at that, perfectly shaped, might I add. So now we're gonna put the tom yum, tomato, mushroom, and green onion kind of sauce right over top of the patty. What's great is because these ingredients are nice and thick and saucy, I can spoon it onto the burger without it just falling off. You know, it's actually staying in its place, which is exactly what I wanted. Second patty on. So a little cilantro mayo for the top. A little bit of fresh bean sprouts. Ta-da! We have a tom yum shrimp burger that I am very happy with, all thanks to the blessed emojis. Well, there you have it, folks. A tom yum shrimp burger completely inspired by 3 little emojis. This is the world we live in now. We don't talk, we just emoji, and we make burgers from it. Well, there you have it, folks. We're all done. Thank you, Angela Ash, for submitting those awesome emojis that made today's burger even possible. I'm gonna be using this emoji burger concept quite a bit, so we have some in the bank. Thank you so much, folks. But keep submitting emojis, and it might become a burger, might not. Eggplant guy, I'm talking to you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below, let me know what you would have done with a shrimp, a piece of bread, and a bowl of soup as a burger.